Hello and welcome to this week's edition of CTN Community Update. A new housing development is being pitched for a vacant and highly visible area of Coon Rapids Boulevard. On Wednesday evening, dozens of people turned out at the Coon Rapids Civic Center to learn more about the plan being proposed by Sentry Homes. It calls for anywhere between 90 and 110 detached townhomes in Port Riverwalk on the south side of Coon Rapids Boulevard between Avocet Street and Egret Boulevard. There would be two types of homes: two-story townhomes geared toward younger families and one-level townhomes geared toward older residents.
So we're here tonight to get the input from the community. What is it that they're visioning? Is this something that's going to work in the neighborhood with the initial concept? What would they like to see different? And with the number of people here, it's been really very productive getting some of that input. We've gotten some really valuable thoughts already.
Previous proposals which fell through included hundreds of apartments on the site. Sentry Homes has a memorandum of understanding with the city, but not an exclusive agreement for the site, which is still owned by the city. There's still several steps in the planning process before the project could be constructed. Groundbreaking could happen as soon as next spring, with the full build-out taking anywhere from 4 to 6 years to complete. Plans continue to move forward for the construction of a residential development near the North Star commuter rail station. On Thursday night, the Planning Commission considered the preliminary plat and site plan for the Phase 1 of the Riverdale Station apartments. Sherman Associates is planning to construct 2 apartment buildings, one with 180 units and the other with 71 units. There would also be a 3,500 square foot commercial building. Action was postponed to the June 15th Planning Commission meeting while the developer works to complete a traffic study of the area. The planning process for the Northern Lights Express passenger rail project is complete, but it still needs funding in order to become reality. On Thursday evening, an open house on the project was held in the Coon Rapids Civic Center. Members of the public were able to review the environmental assessment work done as part of the planning process. Comments will be accepted through May 24th. The Northern Lights Express project would provide passenger rail service between the Twin Cities and Duluth.
We have been talking about NLX for a long time. We've done the planning work, we've done the technical work. We're ready to build. And there is no more planning that needs to be done. We're ready to just go forward.
The project would need both state and federal funding. If that money is secured in the next 6 to 8 months, construction could begin as soon as 2019, with passenger rail service to Duluth starting in 2020. With just days to go until the end of the 2017 legislative session, the fate of a bonding bill remains unclear for the second year in a row. The city and county are still hoping to receive $12.6 million to move forward with construction of an overpass at the railroad tracks on Hansen Boulevard. More than 12,000 cars and 81 trains cross that intersection each day, making it the #1 crossing for traffic exposure in the state. On Wednesday, the House fell short of the votes needed to pass an $800 million bonding bill, which include funding for the Hansen overpass. They could try again this weekend. Both the Senate and governor have proposed larger bonding bills. An auto dealership on Woodcrest Drive is planning to tear down their building and construct a bigger one in its place. On Thursday night, the Planning Commission approved the site plan for the project proposed by the Chrysler Jeep Ram auto dealership. They want to replace the current 28,000 square foot building with an 80,000 square foot 2-story building. The parking lot will also be reconfigured. The dealership plans to continue to operate out of the existing building while the new one is under construction. A new truck dealership is coming to the Evergreen Industrial Park. Company officials from Rime Kenworth took part in a groundbreaking ceremony on Thursday afternoon. The company is constructing a full-service facility in the 9400 block of Evergreen Boulevard. The 75,000 square foot building will also feature a body shop with state-of-the-art paint capabilities. Rime Kenworth is also building a new headquarters in South St. Paul. A spike in student enrollment has District 11 officials proposing to construct 2 new elementary schools as part of a referendum that will be on the ballot this fall. Public meetings on the plan started this week. CTN's Jordan Rylance reports.
We're inviting the community in, talking about the task force recommendations that they brought forward.
In a series of 5 public meetings, the Anoka-Hennepin School Board is providing information and receiving feedback from District 11 residents as they prepare a school referendum question for the November ballot.
The community is in our schools, they understand our schools, they understand the needs, and the needs are different between each of our areas.
The proposal calls for the construction of 2 new elementary schools, one in Blaine and one in Ramsey. as well as improvements at all existing schools in District 11, including removing all portable classrooms and creating permanent space for growing enrollments.
It's really hard to learn when you're in an inferior facility, so improving that, making sure that the facility stays secure is pretty important in today's day and age.
At Sand Creek Elementary, officials had to split up the 5th grade class due to overcrowding, housing them in different areas of the school, including portable classrooms.
The conditions of our portables are not good. They are one of the oldest portables in the district, and the floors are uneven, the roof tiles are coming off. It's an eyesore from the back, and so I think in addition to Sand Creek would actually be a little bit more aesthetically pleasing to the eye as well.
Officials estimate the referendum at somewhere between $200 and $250 million, costing District 11 taxpayers between $10 and $15 a month.
I'm very supportive of this. Without a good facility, it's hard to get a good education.
For CTN Community Update, I'm Jordan Rylance.
The school referendum will be included in the district's 10 to 15-year facilities plan. There are 3 more public meetings coming up this month: May 24th at Andover High School, May 25th at Anoka High School, and May 30th at Blaine High School. They run from 6:30 to 8 p.m. The school board is expected to approve the referendum amount and question by the end of June. Officers from across Anoka County gathered Wednesday for the annual Law Enforcement Memorial Service. The yearly tradition honors those who've served and made the ultimate sacrifice. Officials read off the names of all Anoka County officers killed in the line of duty, while family members placed a rose in honor of their loved one on a wreath. Last year, 143 peace officers were killed in the line of duty in the U.S., and this year is already off to a deadly start.
In 2017, as of May 12th, 47 of our nation's protectors have already died in the line of duty, compared to 36 at the same time last year. This upward trend continues to shake our communities and sickens the decent, good-hearted people of our nation.
A special tribute was paid to Sean Silvera, the Lino Lakes police officer who was killed in the line of duty in September of 2005. A procession of squad cars made their way down Interstate 35 in Columbus, ending at the Anoka County Government Center. Across the U.S., May is recognized as Mental Health Awareness Month, and last weekend, the Mental Wellness Campaign for Anoka County held its annual 5K walk for mental wellness. The sunny weather brought out more than 200 people to the Coon Rapids Dam Regional Park for the walk. Many have had a family member or a friend who has suffered from mental illness. Together, they're trying to erase the stigma of the disease.
Having the word get out there, just today talking to some people here, and we're thinking, how can we reach out to other people? And we know they're sad and they're depressed. You know, they got to know that they can talk to someone, and the more people talk about it, the more education it gets out there, that could save just one more person, someone that might pick up the phone or call a friend that otherwise would not have.
The walk raised more than $8,000, which will go to help support the organization's outreach programs. You can learn more about the Mental Wellness Campaign for Anoka County on CTN Spotlight coming up next week. Also last Saturday, dozens of residents showed up for the annual Public Works Open House. It was a chance to see all the equipment used to clean and clear our streets, sewers, and parks. The sanitary sewer crew also displayed some popular products labeled flushable, but they demonstrated why it's a good idea to keep them out of the toilet.
But doesn't mean they should, because they're not going to break down at all. And they can get wrapped around, as you can see my stir stick, which simulates the turbulence in a sewer line. It's also getting stuck as if it were a pump.
Kids also got a chance to practice their golfing skills on the putting green, and the Recycling Center team taught the little ones how to make their own solar s'more oven. Pretty cool. After 2 years of renovation work, Sand Creek Park is back in business once again. A grand opening celebration is taking place on Friday, May 26th. The festivities began at 6:30 p.m. with root beer floats and fun activities for the kids, including face painting, balloon art, and bouncy houses. At 7:15, there will be a short ceremony and ribbon cutting, and then at 8:30 p.m., the movie Zootopia will play on a big screen in the park. The Sand Creek Park renovations include 6 new ball fields, 2 multi-purpose fields, 2 playgrounds, and a skate park. There's also new restrooms and a building that houses meeting space and concessions, so that should be a lot of fun. Thanks for watching. We'll see you back here again next week.